Teresa Giudice mistakes Bachelorette Rachel Lindsay as famous singer. Recently, Real Housewives of New Jersey star Teresa Giudice made a mistake when addressing another famous person. Unfortunately, when she saw the Bachelorette Rachel Lindsay, she confidently yelled out the wrong name, even though the two have previously interacted. However, she at least gave her some kudos by thinking she was a very specific, highly recognizable singer, businesswoman, and actress. On a recent episode of the Ringer reality TV podcast, Rachel Lindsay spilled some tea about RHONJ star Teresa Giudice. While she says that she and Teresa had met during an extra interview, she was unfortunately not memorable enough for Teresa to get her name right when seeing her in public. Seemingly, she couldn't quite put her finger on who Rachel was, but confidently yelled out a popular singer's name instead. Although it was terribly awkward, Rachel explains how she handled the mistaken identity with grace. During BravoCon, Teresa Giudice and Rachel Lindsay had a strange interaction. When Rachel was greeted by Teresa, she yelled out, "Rihanna," with great excitement. While Rachel Lindsay loves Rihanna, she wasn't expecting to be in the middle of a case of false identity. Undeniably, Rachel was confused when Teresa called out the wrong name from across the room while referring to her. Recalling the embarrassing exchange, Rachel says on the Ringer reality TV podcast, "Teresa thought I was Rihanna." Rachel recalls, actually screamed when she saw me. Although it was awkward, Rachel thinks that Teresa was very genuine in her error. True to Rachel's character, she didn't take it too personally. Admittedly, showing her maturity, the Bachelorette Rachel Lindsay says, "She mistook me for another black person, and I still liked her." Notably, Rachel was revisiting an event from years prior. It was behind the stage at BravoCon 2 years ago. Further, telling the story, she thought Rihanna was hosting the panel that she was on. And I was like, no. But she knew I looked familiar because I had interviewed her with Extra. And in her mind, it was like, oh, this must be Rihanna. Rachel explains that Teresa and the pop star would talk through DMs at that time, so she was truly ecstatic to see her in person. However, ever since the misunderstanding, Rachel Lindsay and Teresa Giudice have made it a funny inside joke. Anytime they see each other, Rachel says Teresa will yell, "Rihanna," as a laughing nod to the mix-up. Furthermore, Rachel shares, "We turn it into something fun." While Rachel could have made it into a bigger deal since she was stereotyped, she didn't. She chose to take the higher ground and just accept that sometimes people make mistakes. Do you see the resemblance? What do you think about Rachel Lindsay sharing the awkward mishap between her and Teresa Giudice? Do you think it would be flattering for someone to mistake you for Rihanna? Do you think Rachel handled the tricky situation well? Drop your comments below. Bonnie Kaiser-Gambill is a graduate from Oklahoma State University. Her freelance writing primarily focuses on streaming series, reality TV, and celebrity news. During her free time, she enjoys spending time with family and friends, baking, and traveling as often as possible.